Sorry guys, I'm just trying to get different tripods and stuff all readjusted here. This one is not very tight. It's making me very nervous. Hoping you guys can hear me. Can you let me know if you can hear me? I think we're live. Just waiting for it to pop up on my other phone so I can be sure. Uh-oh, I don't still have two running, do I? Uh-oh, why is this one not popped up yet? Uh-oh. Can you guys hear or see me yet? Oh, there we go. Now I can hear myself now. I didn't turn the volume down. There we go. Now we're talking. So let me just pull up the chat a little bit so I can see what I'm doing. Or see what I'm looking at. And then also kind of readjust you guys so you guys can see what you're looking at. Let's see what we got going on here. This flipping tripod. Just give me a quick second, guys. This thing is looser than... I don't know what. I'm worried about it. I'm worried about it coming crashing down during the stream. That would be bad. Which way is tight? This way is tighter. I have it just like, you wouldn't believe the makeshift setup I got going on in here since I switched back out to my old area. Okay, I'm hoping you guys can see a little bit better now. Let me see what we're looking at here. And then I'll go over some of the products. We're going to say hello. And then I'm going to tell you what we are going to do today. I had to get this done, guys. So I thought, why not film it and do it with you guys? So let's say hello. Can I scroll back? I don't think I can scroll back in my chat, can I? Anyway, if I missed anybody, I apologize. But hello, Panda. You're the first one I see. I think there might be some above you, though. Hello, Haas. Good to see you. Rainy, thank you for joining me. Nicola, good to see you. Polly, also great to see you. Thank you guys for catching me and coming in to spend some time with me. Oh, good. I'm glad you like this, Polly. Good catch, Panda. What did Panda catch? Happy holidays. Oh, did I spell it wrong? Because that wouldn't surprise me. I can't spell this. I did. I forgot an L. So help me. So help me. Okay, guys. So in the Discord, in the tab, and of course it's the one I already did. In the tab under hobbies, you'll see these listed. This little kind of printable, traceable listed. You'll just have to fix that. Let me see if I can get an L in here. And then maybe I can re-upload it. I can't believe I did that. Although, why am I not surprised? So help me if I don't look stuff up. It's terrible. I'm the worst. But this is in pencil. I bet I can erase this and try it here. It'll be HOLIDAS. Am I right? Now I need to find an eraser. Am I right? HOLDIS, right? There is no L. I don't have an L. Somebody spell it for me. I said I did art and I streamed. I never said I spelled. Okay, guys? Yeah, there is an L. Okay, that's what I thought. Oh my god, I used the black out of my eraser. If you can't tell, I failed English, I don't know, every single year I went to school. Which is why I went into accounting and payroll. Because spelling, English, grammar, not for me. They're not for me. Oh no, now I'm not going to get this black out. Ah, gosh darn it. Let's try the electric eraser. I'm the worst, you guys, honestly. So just make sure you fix that in the template before you follow my stupid instructions. I may just have to redo this one. I can't believe that. I am so... Well, no, I can't believe it. I do shit like this all the time. Legitimately all the flipping time. So I got a copyright strike on my last stream. That was fun. Because of Pumped Up Kicks. Chantal and her Pumped Up Kicks. I got a copyright strike. So, I did edit it out. So if you're watching it and you notice like a little bit of a gap, that's what that is. There we go. I got the L in there now. But I do have this damn mark from the eraser I'm not going to be able to get rid of. And that L's not up high enough. I will fix the traceable, guys. I apologize. Thank you for pointing that out to me. I, honest to God, am the worst speller in the history of the world. Is that better? Holidas. That looks better. That looks better. So that's the one I already had traced out. Now we'll do the second one just so I can show you guys. I did the first one just to save time. Now, these are pre-folded, pre-bought cards that I bought on Amazon. And they are are these ones by Ohuhu or by somebody else? One set was by Ohuhu. This might be by somebody else. But they are just blank 5x7 watercolor cards and envelopes. And there's 100 in a set. I think I paid like 20, 25, something like that for them. Great price compared to the Strathmore, which sell for like 10 or 12 for like 6 or 10 of them. So what I'm using underneath is my light board. So I have my paper here, my template that I drew taped down to my light board. Okay. So I find the much easier way to do it. I'm not good at freehanding stuff, as you can tell, because I misspell everything and move everything in the wrong spot. So then what I do is I just tape it down to my light board like so. Using washi tape today because somebody stole my masking tape and I ran out. So what we're going to do is we're going to trace this top one here. Now let's hope, let me move this back down so you guys can still see it. I want to make sure it's in your view. My desk is such a mess, you guys. Ugh, I just have too much stuff in one small area. There we go. You guys can see that. You can see the black writing through. I went ahead and once I did it in pencil, I marked over it with a micron so that it could be seen. And then I just very lightly take a pencil, color erase pencil, whatever you want to use, and I trace. Please tell me this is spelled right. If I spelled Merry Christmas wrong, I need to go back to school. Washi tape really sucks sometimes. That's not very even. I don't like that. Even though I traced it, I don't like that Y underneath. I may have to fix the whole printable. But I wanted to get one out quickly for you guys in case you wanted to follow along with me. Okay, so, and before we go any further, I'll point out the paints that I'm using. So, you want to have a standard, kind of, any set of watercolor paints are going to work here, okay, guys? Even Crayolas, anything will work, literally. This is just, I must have 8,000 paints. This is just a kind of a standard set that I pull out. It's got a warm and cool red, a warm and cool yellow, and a warm and cool blue. And then I've also added a yellow ochre, a burnt sienna, which is one of my favorites. And this, I believe, is like an olive or something of that sort, green. I like to add those in sometimes as convenience colors, but they're completely unnecessary. Every single color can be made from those primary 6, really. Except for like pastels, but basically everything else can be made out of those colors. You really need nothing else. The rest are convenience. Pardon the sweater I'm wearing. I didn't want to wear one, but it is so cold in here today. It's so cold out today. It's ungodly. It was, I think, -16 last night with the wind chill, and it is freezing today. That still doesn't look straight. Okay, guys, this is the part you'll see where I'm definitely a bit of a perfectionist, and these things annoy me, which is why I can't make, huge bundles of these things, because I'd be so effing annoyed by the time I got through them. Changing things around to make them fit my likes would be a nightmare. And you can also always go in and erase after you get your watercolor in as well. So let's trace the little wreath here that I drew. And I just drew all these by hand quickly before we came on stream. They're nothing pretty or major, but they'll be pretty when they're painted. And then just some circles, and then I'll answer some questions, if there are any. So if you have any, please spit them out. I'm going to take a peek. And your tracing doesn't have to be perfect either. It's just kind of a rough outline. Stuff you can always fix with the paint if you need to. But I do appreciate you guys all being here with me when I had to do this anyway. So this one's just a nice little wreath with a it's on the top of the card. I swear, today is not my day. Today is not my day. If I fold this way, it's going to be, I guess not really upside down. It's just going to open kind of funny. Oh, well. We're sticking with it now. We're sticking with it now. I should have put it on the bottom of the card like this one. Sorry. It's been a long couple of days, you guys. It's been a long couple of days. So I'm going to put this out of the way. My template and my light board. Let's move that over here. And let's take a peek at a few comments and see what peeps are chatting about. Be kind. Hello, hello. So good to see you. Alright, haven't missed anything new. Yellow ochre makes you think of Bob Ross sauce. Yellow ochre is one of my favorite colors. I absolutely love it. So, what I did forget to pull out, though, was a piece of something to tape these down to. This is just a board. This is just, hang on, guys. Sorry. I had to pull you out of the thing. This is just like a foam core from the dollar stores. Give me 1 second. Guys, I'll be right back. Just give me 2 seconds. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Sorry, guys. I had to go thieve the painter's tape back off my father. Because, he likes to thieve things like that. Okay, let's plug ourselves in here, too. Okay, now we're talking. So, now what we're going to do we're going to brush all these crumbs off. We'll do one at a time. We'll do this one first. Okay. Now, because this one has a little bit of a dip going up into the back of the card, a little bit of a leaf, I'm not going to fold it, but if it didn't, I might fold it over and tape the fold. There, that's good and in line. This is the best tape, guys, that you want to use, especially when watercolor painting is like painter's tape. Blue tape, green tape. Masking tape will work too, but it can be a bit rougher on your paper. And you just want to try and make the most even border you can. Because if you do, excuse me, any kind of background, you're going to see it. So, we're going to just try and, you can kind of see the edge of the paper underneath the tape. So you can kind of see if you're getting like an even edge. Ooh, this one's going to be much more difficult. I left myself much less room. Oh, dear, dear, dear. I really didn't leave myself much of anything over there, did I? Whoops. All right, well, we won't be doing a background because that's going to come out funny. But there we go for that. I'll put a little piece of top too just to hold it down, but it's really not going to be too necessary. We're not going to use a whole lot of water. That's going to buckle it. So these are the brushes that I'm using, guys. These are my favorite brushes. They, you can see, are a little bit sticky and have some hair stuck to them. But these are the Mimic brushes, and they mimic a squirrel hair, but they're synthetic. And I got mine, I believe, on Jerry's Artorama, which is a U.S. site. If you guys are in the States, Jerry's Artorama and Blick are amazing places for items. We can't get them shipped here, but one trip my dad made to the States, I placed an order and he was able to bring it home for me. So I was able to get some of these. They come in, oh, excuse me, uh-oh, I just dropped a really expensive brush behind the desk. They come in other sizes as well. This is kind of the whole pack. Actually, I think there's one, oh yeah, there is one great big one as well. So mine are a bit frayed. As you can see, I haven't painted in a while. Gosh, remind me to get that really expensive brush. I just dropped like a faux sable behind the desk. Oh no. Some brushes can be really, really pricey, guys. Some are really affordable, and some are a bit outlandish. So, all right, let's check on any questions. Whoops. Okay, before we start painting. Your desk is a nightmare too, Hosk. My gosh, if I could just show you guys, like, since I moved back out here, like, it's just a disaster zone. Like, the computer's over there, and the art station's over here, and this place is just a disaster. I had so much more room in the, Hey, Ray, good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Rainy, I never thought of that. I didn't have friends in the States at the time, but that's a really good idea. I'll keep you in mind for sure. I never even thought of that because, yeah, you can't get it shipped without a U.S. address. And they have, like, just such amazing deals on some stuff that we either can't get here or is just a much better deal, even with the shipping and the, translating the currency and everything. Okay, so the other things we're going to need, guys, is a bucket of water. I like a two-sided bucket when you're going to paint. These are my favorite. I bought this years and years ago. In the bottom of one side is a little shaker ball. Let me shake it off so I don't soak everything. It's a little shaker ball. And I got this out of the bottom of like a, oh my God, years ago. One of those, like, it was supposed to mix like milkshakes and smoothies and stuff without you having to do too much shaking. But it was in the bottom of the bottle to help shake it up. It works fantastic for cleaning the bottom of your brush, just as well as like some of those brush cleaners. So it's a fantastic invention. Well, idea on my part, I should say. I'll send you a Coke. The blue-green tape is the greatest. Yeah, it is, Rainy. You're right. Yep. Blick's Art Supply is one of them, and the other one's called Jerry's Artorama. Like, one's in Texas and one's in California, if I'm not wrong. And then for palettes, you guys, I have a ceramic palette. I love this one. I believe it's by Meeden. I got it on Amazon. I wish it was a bit bigger, but I also have a ceramic plate from the dollar store that I use. I have quite a few ceramic plates from the dollar store. Great place to get them, especially in Canada. Uber cheap. Really good place to get them. And then over here, other than the paints I showed you that I'm going to use for my basic painting, these are paints mostly that I made, except for a couple. I think these ones here, this one. Other than that, I don't know where that block of paint came from. Oh, right in there. I have made most of these. So most of the glitter ones you see I made myself. Oh, except for these big pans down here. They came from a different set. But these glitter ones here that you see, I made these myself out of different things like mica powders and then the binders for watercolor, which is gum arabic and glycerin is what you make a watercolor out of. So I made those myself. Can always show you how to do that someday too. It's fun. You can even use like leftover eyeshadows and stuff to make them. Really fun. And they make a nice glitter, especially on holiday ones. Okay, so let's get started, guys. Now that we have a rundown on our supplies. So what we're going to do first is, let me think about this. How do I want to approach this? Probably going to use a little mixed media, a little white gel pen, a little, maybe some other pens along the end, but we'll see. So we're going to start with, let's start with a number 6 round, okay? And then for colors, also on the side, guys, I have some paper towels and a face cloth kind of piled up here to help blot my brush and keep too much excess water. I'm going to put my paints over here so I don't drip them all over my picture, but hopefully you guys can maybe still see what I'm doing. Might be a little more difficult. Maybe if I do it like this. What's the best way to go about this here? So you guys can see what I'm doing, but still see what I'm painting. Okay. So we are going to start here. Can you guys see that? We're going to start here on this bulb right here, okay? And I'm going to do what's called wet into wet. So I've wet my brush with nothing but clean water right now. Okay, and I'm going to wet down every second opening. Because I'm going to do these in alternating colors, and I like the way that the color spreads when it's wet into wet. So I'm just painting with water right now. And I'm just going to every second one. Okay. All right. All right, now for colors. I think we'll make this one maybe. Any suggestions? Red and green, maybe? Let's do some red and green. So I'm going to add a little water to my dish here. And you know what? I do not like pulling paint with my synthetic brushes. They're too delicate. Let me pull a nylon. Hang on. I have, if you can't see, a massive pile of brushes behind me, and this is only like a quarter of what I own. It's frightening and can be hard to find what I'm looking for. This one's a little better. This one's almost, oh, you know what? And I'm going to mist my paints. Let's do that. It helps to activate them and get them going a little bit. Okay, so let's start with some red. Now, I think I want to do, it is Christmassy. I'm going to do, I don't want to do like fire engine red, so let's do a little bit of the warm red, which is kind of fire engine-y, okay? Watercolor goes a super long way too, guys. A hugely long way if you've never watercolor painted. I'm going to grab a little bit of my cool red, which is like a crimson. A little bit more crimson, I think, in there, in that mix. Perfect. Okay, so now I got my paint. I'm going to add a little bit of water by just wetting my brush and running along the edge there. So it's a little bit more diluted, okay? And let's see what we got here for a color. You know what? I need a color test strip. Hang on. This is always an excellent idea, guys. When you're cutting watercolor paper, you end up with an extra little strip. You go ahead and you just do that, and you can test your colors. So it works out perfectly. All right, so while we're still wet, let's just make sure this top one's still wet. It's looking a bit dry. All right, I should have mixed my color first. That's kind of a given. And then you're just going to, look, I'm just touching, you guys. Literally just touching where I put the water. And that paint will follow where that water went, where that water is, okay? And the way it dries is beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. I love how wet and wet dries. It's one of the reasons I love watercolor. There's very little control. You have to be able to let go to watercolor, that's for sure, because it can have a mind of its own. I mean, it can be more controllable when you're doing kind of dry on dry. Pardon the snoring dogs in the background. But wet on wet, which is one of my favorite techniques, and we'll go through a few today, but wet on wet's one of my favorites. And this is kind of what you get. It just runs. You just kind of aim it a little bit where you want it. And off it goes. You just need to make sure you don't get the water outside of where you wanted the paint, because the paint will follow the water, okay? Now, mine's not perfect. They're never going to be perfect, but that's okay. You can always rinse your brush, dry your brush, and then come back it along the side, okay? And you can pick up any kind of excess you might have had. It might leave a residue, especially if it's red, because the red likes to do that. Now, remember, you know what? I'm not even thinking, you guys. It's going to follow the water. What am I thinking? Take a paper towel and dab it. I'm not with it today, you guys. I apologize. I apologize. And we'll deal with that later. Don't worry. That little defect there. And a little... He's dreaming. He's dreaming, Dad. Sorry, my dog is dreaming. My dad's asking what he's doing. Okay, so before we add any more color over here... Oh, gosh, sorry, guys. Charlie horse on my foot. Before we add any more color, we need to let that dry.
Where's my phone?
I'm using it. Do you need it right now?
I don't need it.
Okay, I'm using it. I'm on that live, though, but I'm just... Okay. I'll give it back to you. Oh, God. Sorry, guys. I have a massive Charlie horse on my foot. I have to stand up. Ah! Oh, that's annoying. I hope my comments didn't freeze again. I just never know when you guys aren't talking or when there's no comments. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Whoops, open. Hey, Dad. Yeah, my dad was up on his phone. I've had to thieve a second phone to be able to get this done properly. Same with TikTok. Okay, guys, we're going to scrub that out once it dries, okay? That red that came over the edge, and I'm going to show you how. With a special brush or a brush you can actually buy or make. This is called this is a Deerfoot stippler. I have a scrubber somewhere, but I find the Deerfoot stippler actually softer, so... Okay, so we're going to leave that wet red one, okay? And we're going to move over. Remember, guys, these do not have to be perfect. They are hand-painted Christmas cards, okay? They do not have to be anywhere near perfect. So, I need some colors. This guy I'm going to do, I think, blue and gold. Red and green. Any ideas for this middle guy here? I know it's pretty random. It's got some pretty random shapes. Maybe yellow and silver. Or like a gold. See if we can get a gold maybe. Let's take some warm yellow. I'm mixing with the brush I don't want to mix with. Silver, sure. Yeah, maybe gold and silver. Let's see. Let's see what we can make. Let's see what we can make. If I can't make a gold, I have a gold over here. Why am I even trying? Okay, I mixed up a little bit of yellow. Let's go over to this gold one right here. It's a gold sparkle that I made. Let's dip into that. Ooh, that's pretty. That's why it's important to have 2 buckets also. You want to rinse in the clean, or rinse in the dirty, and then, or sorry, wash in the dirty, rinse in the clean. There we go. And the dirty, that's where you hear the, oh, golden teal. Ooh, that's a great idea, Panda. I love teal. Yes, let's do teal. That's a fantastic idea. Okay, so let's see where we came out with this gold here. That's not bad. That's not bad. I'm going to water that down a little bit, though. All right, all right, all right, all right. Let's do the gold. You know what? I don't know if I trust that brush or if it's going to be too big, but my next one down is just too small, too. Damn. All right, well, give me more precise control, I guess. I'm trying to get around a camera and water spots. My brushes really need to be taken care of and put back into shape because they're all out of shape. Now, this is the difference between dry on dry, guys. So I'm painting, well, I'm painting wet paint on dry paper. Wet on dry, I should say. But you can see it's not spreading like the wet on wet did. Okay? It's not going to. Layer this. Now, let's go into the gold. And give it a second. Oh, look at that shimmer. Yes. Let's give it a shimmer of gold. That's pretty. Coloring is definitely my strong suit, but I do love to paint. I just wish I was a little better at it sometimes. Well, sometimes I can pull off some pretty nice stuff. It just depends on what I'm painting, and when I'm freehanding, it's a little different. Just kind of what I'm doing here. I kind of drew these off the top of my head because I had to get some made. Back into the gold. Oh, I like that gold that I made myself. That's very pretty. So that would just be gold mica powder mixed with glycerin and gum arabic to end up with a watercolor. There we go. All right, let's let that dry. That's the thing with watercolors. You always gotta let them dry in between. Yeah, the ideas are great. That's why I love doing this. Silver and purple. Oh, silver and purple is a cute idea. Maybe over here. Because I was going to do blue. Yes, Nicola. On the other one, silver and purple. Fabulous. And actually, let's move on to that third one. And let's start. You know what's going to be a task is getting in around all those small little details I drew. Should have thought of that, Jennifer. Let's pick a purple. I think this one. Pier 23. I have one that's. Let me see if it's this one. I have a couple Daniel Smith Maya colors. No, that's the black one. That ain't it. Is it this one? No, that one's brown. That one's kind of a mauvey purple. Purple. Okay, that's definitely one of the Daniel Smith, like, signature colors. Okay. What do we think? Do we like the real dark purple or like one of the more pinky purples? What are your thoughts? Ooh, let me show you the silver that we'll be working with. So we have a couple of options. We have this guy here. This guy here. And then this one here. Okay, there's the purple pinks, okay? And then there's the silvers we're working with. What do you guys think? So we'll say 1, 2, 3 for the purple and pinks. And then 4, 5, 6 for the silvers. What do you guys think? You think dark Nicola? The dark purple? And then kind of what kind of silver do you think? Maybe, I was thinking like maybe this one right here, this first one. It's kind of a little bit harder to see. Dark purple in the first silver. Perfect. You guys are so great at helping me pick. That's fantastic. It really makes my job a whole lot easier. Okay, let's move over the dark purple and this silver right here. Perfection. Let's get a little bit of this dark purple into here. And then I'm going to water that down just a little because I can always add a second coat if I need to. Pardon if you hear my stomach growling. Okay, we're going to go light on the first coat and then we'll darken it up. So what do you guys got interesting going on, huh? I was at the dentist again yesterday. That was fun. God, I hate that place, but I was glad to have that second cavity that was causing me trouble fixed. But I really hate that place with a passion. Alright. Round. Sorry guys, I'm trying to concentrate. I mean to be talking. This is why TikTok makes things so much easier when you can play music in the background when you're trying to concentrate on something. But not over here. Gotta keep those YouTube gods happy. See, this, I could have used wet on wet here to avoid some of these like dry spots where I'm running into drier paint, but that wouldn't have worked with all these small details. It would have made it very difficult to get the water in around these small details. So what I'll do is I'll go back over and I'll fix the streaks when I'm done with my second darker coat, which is why I kind of like to do two. Any bets on if Chantal will do anything interesting in the near future? Or Shani and Rev? Like, okay, so I was looking for the clip of... Oh, no, I did find the clip of where we hear Shani talking in the background. But I'm curious, is, like, anything else been said? Or, like, is it just still hush-hush? They're still pretending like it's all over and nothing's happening type deal? Because that's a little bit ridiculous, especially after you've been caught, like, red-handed. Oh, it's my tablet, it's my tablet. Yeah, no, it's Shani watching TV, you fucking idiot. And, like, I was also wondering, like, where they got all that money for that stuff, but obviously if some woman gave them $4,300, it's no wonder. And of course, they went and blew it on a new computer and new shit for Rev so he could pretend he moved out. And just the foolishness, man. They could have paid bills. They could have, stocked up on food. They could have done so many things. But no. Gotta go and do the irresponsible, stupid things. Hey, McPlanet. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. It's a good idea, Ray. I've been working on mine and my great big one. Oh, hey, Melody. I'd really love to finish my great big one, but oh, God, it's just not looking promising. It's so big. They're still pretending. Jesus Christ, Rainey. Can you imagine? Can you imagine still pretending in a situation? Like, the whole thing is just ridiculous. Okay, guys, it's time to pull up the heat gun. If this deafens anybody, I will mute it while I'm using it. But otherwise, we'll be here all day waiting for this stuff to dry while we're chit-chatting. So, if this deafens anybody, let me know. It's a heat gun, by the way. It's kind of like a hairdryer, but much hotter. Can embossing powder and such. You don't want to go over puddles too much either. Where here it's red and still puddly, I can go over it a bit, but that really needs to dry more on its own to get that wet on wet effect. But I'm trying to dry the purple and the gold so I can move on there. And this will scorch your paper if you're not careful. Oh, really, Ray? Oh, a big core diamond painting. Yeah, mine's a big marble one. And I love it. I was doing it, I think, last night on live. I did a little bit. Or was that on TikTok? No, that was on YouTube. I colored on TikTok. That's what I did. And the way you can tell it's dry, you gotta wait for it to cool. Or, yeah, cool, obviously, from the, and don't mind my hands, guys, the black ink. I was refilling ink pads. And if it doesn't feel cool once it's not hot from the heat gun, then it's dry. The red one, obviously not dry yet, but the purple and the gold are okay. So, let's move on from here. Let's move on to doing this silver here, in this one here. In this center one here. Let's pull out some silver. My homemade silver. I know you can buy, glitter paint pans and all that kind of stuff. I never did. I made these back when I was broke, and I still use them. They're great. They're great paints. I mean, watercolor paint is watercolor paint. Especially if you're making it with, like, mica powder or something. So I'm just going to fill this in with silver. And then we'll do something over the kind of swirls there. Do a darker color or gold or I don't know, something. Money, are you here? Curious if Money has come back. I was speaking with her, but her hubby got home, so I don't know if she ended up back in here or not. Oh my God. Did anybody see Amberlynn's meltdown on YouTube? Melting down over Rarity. It's too much. It's all your fault. It's all YouTube's fault. It's all the haters' fault. I'm so stressed out because I can't find my cat and it's snowing. And every time it snows, I cry. How's the red couch, Amber, huh? How's your red couch doing? Why don't you tell us about that? Piss all the way off. She doesn't miss that damn cat. In my opinion, in my very humble opinion, she does not miss that cat. I mean, she probably does. I mean, everybody miss an animal. I can't imagine her not missing her at all. But is she doing everything she can to find her? No. Because that cat would have been tagged and chipped and end of. Especially when you're taking it across country to another goddamn state where it knows nothing and it's moving in with new dogs. Of course you're going to chip that cat. Are you kidding me? Or at least give it a damn collar. God, I'm sorry. The whole situation makes me so stupid angry. You know what? We decided teal in there, didn't we? And silver over there. Oh, no. You know what? It's going to be a sparkly teal because I'm going to do teal over it. But let's take the silver to where it was supposed to be, Jennifer. Honestly, see what happens when I try and do something and talk. It doesn't work out well. This brush right here. Okay, let's try this one more time. And I probably should have done this after a second go to purple, but anyway, whatever. Probably not going to be right inside the lines with it anyway. I'm probably going to go over this with some paint pen too. To even out some of the edges, make it look a little prettier. Some like acrylic paint pens. I think I'm just realizing how hungry I am. I don't know if I've eaten today. Actually, no, I didn't eat today. I was so hungry. So I apologize if you hear my belly rumbling. That would be why. You know what? Let's add a tiny bit of this to this silver right here. I'm gonna make this like a teal silver for this like center dealio here. Hang on. And I had a lot of fun, guys, watching the police video with you today. Maybe some true crime if we can find some that isn't too, like, heavy for YouTube that would be demonetized instantly because you know what YouTube's like. I would love to watch some more of that. That was a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. So I'm doing these kind of like a tealy silver. Is it Friday? Yeah, it is Friday. No, it's Saturday. I don't even know what day of the week it is half the time. It's sad. There we go. That's pretty. I like that. I like that a bunch. Okay. Let's add a little more teal over here. Or phthalo blue, I should say. A little more silver. I don't have any white out, so let's add water to thin that out. Make it more tealy. Oh, you've been cleaning snow blue? You guys got a lot? We've had like, I don't know, maybe a centimeter or two, but like it's all melted away. It melts away by, early day. Early in the afternoon. Early in the, yeah, afternoon. That brush is way too big. More water, more water, more water, more water. Make it more tealy. There we go. Kind of like a teal like haze over the top of it. I like that with the glitter. That looks pretty. I like that a bunch. I only have 8 million more cards to design and make. I paint some of my cards. I stamp some of my cards. It just depends. Maybe in a day or two we can do some stamped cards. Because, like, I have so many I gotta get made, guys. I don't want to have some to send out to my members. And I just don't know if I'll get them all done in time. I worry. Because I tend to procrastinate on occasion. There we go. I like that. It's probably going to need another coat of something else. Okay, let's move back to this red one, guys, that we messed up a little bit, okay? And I'm going to take my, it's called a Deerfoot's brush, I do believe. Let me just move my camera. Okay, and I've dampened it, and then I've dried it off, actually. OMG, the handle is so sticky. I hate that. You know, when you peel a sticker off of a brush, this is not a new brush, you guys. Not at all a new brush. But when you peel the sticker off, and then there's like sticky everywhere, and the whole brush is sticky. I know alcohol normally takes that off. I don't think I have any right here with me. I probably do in a spray bottle somewhere, but I'd have to go to the bathroom and find it. So I'm just trying to pull the sticky off the best I can. Okay. So I'm giving it a real good rinse. Make sure there's no paint in it. Dabbing it on paper towel. Make sure it's nice and clean and quite dry. Okay. Damp but dry. That's not quite enough. And then what you want to do is you want to just kind of scrub. You can do this with a nylon brush too. Now, you want to be very gentle. Your paper, reds are going to stain, blues are going to stain, purples are going to stain, okay? But you want to kind of scrub back and forth with your wet brush. You can already see I'm getting a little bit of pilling. I mean, it's not the best quality paper. They are packs of 100 watercolor cards, so keep that in mind. And then dab it. You want to always dab, okay, with your paper towel. Don't ever rub. I'm going to rub away those few little fibers. And I'm going to do one more really, really light one, okay? But otherwise, I can tell I'm starting to pull my paper, so I'm going to stop. I'm going to dab. And for the most part, that'll get rid of your little error, okay? I could do something with that brush. That's sticky all over my hands. Fallen Angel, hello, hello. So good to see you. Sorry if I just popped in, or seen you pop in. Oh my God, Mandy has Lisa on panel on TikTok. Who's Mandy? Fallen Angel, fill me in. And is someone recording? I'm sure somebody is. Okay, so let's go back to our red one over here. Okay, where we were working there a second ago. And let's get out our green. Or should we do like a full teal? No, let's do green. It's much more Christmassy. Let's do green. Much more Christmassy. I feel like that's way too dark. Let's do a little bit of cool yellow to lighten that right up. A little bit more green. There we go. That seems like a decent color. Yeah, that's a decent color. I like that. Okay, so now we're going to go in here. We're going to paint in our green. And again, just like last time, we need to wait for this to dry before we can move on and put on another coat of red or another coat of green. And you could do this all in one coat, but you're not going to get the same dimension. And I did not, you'll notice I didn't do this layer wet on wet. Sometimes if you do like wet on wet, when some paint's already laid down, you can make it run. Just depending on your paint and the quality, where it is. Okay, so we're going to do that, and we're going to let that be. Actually, last thing I'm going to do there is I'm going to take some of my straight green, my really dark green, and I'm just going to touch the edges. Very, very lightly, okay? And that's going to help spread that darker green kind of all around my my Christmas ball, okay? And we'll let that dry. Now, I have one more color I want to pull out. Give me a second. The whole rehab thing again, Fallen Angel. Yeah, why is that not surprising? Why is that not surprising? Okay, I'm pulling out this color right here, which is it's called Turquoise. I believe this is by, gosh, who'd know? Winsor Newton, maybe Turner. Honestly, I don't know. I have so many different brands of paint. It's hard for me to tell a lot of the time. But that is the color I'm pulling out, is turquoise, okay? And I'm going to get it going a little bit here. There's no magnet on the bottom, so it's a little harder to get to stay. I magnetize the bottoms of most of my pans so that they stick to my metal paint trays. It makes it a lot easier. All right, we got some teal out. Now, let's... All right, let's go in here. Where do I want to go with this? That brush is going to be way too wide. Let's go with the next size down. Woo! Too much, too much, too much. It's either too much or not quite enough, huh? Challenging. But again, these do not have to be perfect, guys. They're handmade. They're supposed to look a bit rough around the edges. Maybe not like a 6-year-old made it, like some of mine might turn out, but you know. Can add one more right here, okay? That part was not quite dry when I added that. Okay. Now, let's give her another blast with the dryer. We'll straighten all this out with gel pen and with acrylic marker, so don't worry. It'll look a lot better in the end, I promise. Watercolor painting is all about getting through the ugly steps. Panda. Oh, the shade panda. Yeah, the left one is Foodie in a Halloween costume. You're right. You remember her Freddy costume? Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Fallen Angel, you're absolutely right. She's not going to go until she's ready. You're 100% right. And nobody can force her. It can't be done. Just can't be done. A little bit of a dryer paper towel to sop that up right there. You always want to keep these moving, guys. We're using a heat tool. Keep that thing moving. You will scorch your paper. I kid you not. Like, burn it black, okay? Okay, so let's go back to our purple. We can darken that up now. Let's darken that purple right up now. And like I said, we'll add highlights and everything at the end with gel pen, and acrylic marker to make things look better. Although we may only get through one today because this takes longer than expected, especially when you're doing your very first one of this sort and you're just kind of guessing as you go along as to what you want to do. See, I find it so difficult to, especially with a brush, to stay in a perfect circle around these little beads here. But that'll be easily fixed with a pen or marker, so thank goodness. My hands are still sticky from that one brush. That was sticky. That's gonna drive me nuts. I don't know if you guys can hear the wind outside. It's nuts. Nutty, nutty, nutty. So windy. It's so cold. Like, it feels like February, and it's not even January yet. Not even Christmas yet, for crying out loud. It already feels like February. What do you guys think about like a Discord watch party where we watch like some true crime or something, stuff that we like just could not get away with on YouTube? I was thinking like TikTok, but I know not everybody has that, and I don't think their rules are even stricter, so that wouldn't fly. But on Discord, we could watch any true crime like story we wanted. I think that'd be a lot of fun. And then we could like talk about like who we thought did it or like what we think about the clues. Oh, I think that'd be so much fun, you guys. What do you think? For those of you into true crime like I am. Like if I'm not doing this or doing YouTube or whatever, or TikTok, I'm watching true crime. It's like it's what I do. I fall asleep to it. I love true crime. Even though it freaks the life out of me. True crime and Mayday. So like plane crashes and stuff. Disasters really, in general. Like the Halifax explosion. If you guys have never heard of that, especially Americans, a lot of Americans have not. It was the biggest man-made explosion until the atom bomb went off in Halifax Harbor during World War I. It's pretty crazy. Although that I could probably play on YouTube. Yeah, I feel like I could make so much more of it more purple, but then I'll just be here all day trying to do that. There should be some variances anyway due to the light. Oh my gosh. Rainy, I love Rotten Mango so much. Does anybody else watch Rotten Mango or know who Rotten Mango is? Oh my god. Like some of the most in-depth, best stories I think I've ever seen. And they are so good. You watch Briefcase. He does Victorian cases. Ooh, that sounds like fun. I watched one old guy who does some like really, really like 1800s stuff. It's great. Haas, I am lost by that comment. Stephanie Sue, yes, Rotten Mango. Panda, yeah. So how about something Rotten Mango? What do you guys think? A real good Rotten Mango one. And she covers a lot of like international cases that we don't often hear about, which is great. So much fun. Oh, maybe we could do that tonight, you guys. It's Friday night or Saturday night or something? That'd be so much fun. Let's do that. Let's do it. Let's do it. We'll have a Discord watch party. We'll get our popcorn, our snacks, our drinks. And we'll sit down and we'll watch a Rotten Mango over on Discord. What do you guys think? Let me know. Anybody in? Okay, now I'm going in and I'm darkening my reds, okay? Filling in some of the gaps that I missed. Get in, Rainy. Perfect, Rainy. You know what? Let's set it up for tonight, Rainy. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Even if it's only just you and me, let's do it, Rainy. Let's do it. And we'll hype it the hell up so everybody else wants to come too. We gotta find a good one though, Rainy. Gotta find a really good one. Like maybe a little bit known, but a little bit obscure. Just to kind of keep people's attention if it's a little bit known, but if it's still kind of obscure, it'd be nice. Because, like, you know, not a lot of people might have heard of it. And she's great for stuff like that. Rotten Mango's fantastic for stuff like that. I'm really excited too, Rainy. Find us a good one. Start your research now. Rainy is researching as we speak. Hello, Bella. Oh, you're cleaning? Oh, well, I'm so glad you'd pop in and listen to us chit-chat while I paint. We are talking about doing like a little Discord watch party tonight. Even if it's only Rainy and I who show up. We're going to watch some Rotten Mango, which is like true crime. She does some amazing, amazing work. Mostly about foreign stuff. Rainy's doing her business, picking us out a good one. I've only seen maybe 10 or 20 of her, so I really haven't seen that many. I know she's done lots. I'm trying to water that down even more. Come on now. Water down, water down, water down. That's a pain. And then I can color too while I'm at it because somebody wants the reindeer. I forget who now. I'll have to look back. But somebody called dibs on the reindeer. I was going to put it up on Ko-fi. It was not going to be a part of the giveaway. But I did tell her, because remember, it's hers for the cost of shipping. I just need to get it finished, hopefully before Christmas, so I can get it out to her because I'd really like her to have it. And even with Canada Post closed, that kind of really sucks, you guys. It's going to make shipping difficult, but I have a plan. My husband works for a shipping company, and they've given them like 75% off coupons to ship like within their company. One of their kind of, you know, express companies like FedEx, Pure Later, UPS, or not UPS, I guess that's United States Postal Service, but you know what I mean. That type of company. And they've given out coupons to their employees so they can ship for cheaper over the holidays because of the Canada Post strike. Whoopsie doodle. So I should be able to ship out that way, and I'm very excited. So I can ship out my giveaway and such. The red one's looking really good, guys. The red and green one, the Chantal ball, it's looking real good. I like it. I like it a lot. And the rest definitely need some defining, but we're gonna, I think, do that with like pen and acrylic marker, because that's gonna make my life a whole lot easier. I see if I can sharpen this one up a little. Yeah, a little bit. Sharpen this one up a little. Just a little. And I'll sharpen them up with marker pen. Perfection. And that's all gonna get sharpened. I think I'll do, I'll do those in pen, but I am gonna do the holly and the leaves in paint for sure. Let's do these holly berries in a nice bright red. And I'll add a little white dash with my gel pen to bring them out. And then for the leaves, let's do a little bit of this. A little bit of this. Okay, and let's work on these leaves here. And I like when I do it a little bit, not wouldn't do it, but this is obviously on dry paper, but the berries are still wet, so you'll notice the red will start to seep into the leaves just ever so slightly, which I love, especially when I'm painting holly. So I try and just give it the lightest touch with the green, so it'll start to bleed a little bit. Find anything good, Rainy? They're all, not that they're not all great. They really are, but. I think I hear my Discord beeping. Is that one of you guys? It's hard for me to tell from over here, obviously. And I can't check my phone. There, nice layer of green on there. I'm gonna wait till that dries a little bit, and then I'm gonna darken it. Darken it up. So let's dry our holly leaves and berries. And we'll finish drying our Chantal ball. And then the rest I think I'm going to do in gel pen and acrylic marker. And then we'll probably finish up this one for today. And I'll probably work maybe on the other one tomorrow or in another video. We'll see. Maybe I can pop out a few in a video if I do it that way, because then I can edit out all this, like, drying time and such. So my friend mentioned a name change to me the other day for my channel. I thought I'd run it by you guys because I've been thinking about it and I kind of like it. But she suggested something. She suggested the Chronicles of Jen is what she suggested for a name for the channel. And I was like, I like that, but it's really hard to like rebrand a channel once you've already got it, kind of got it started and, you know, named and everything's kind of going. But she mentioned, well, you know, 2025, new year, new start. So maybe. But what do you guys think? Do you like my current name? Is it too long? Do you like the new one? What are your thoughts? I'd like to know. There's my acrylic markers. Or some of them. Oh, and there's the other pack. I forgot. I knew I had a lot. So this is, whoops, there goes that. This is one of the packs of acrylics. And then this pack here came from the dollar store. There's like 2 packs, and I think like 8 in a pack, so like 16 in total or something from the dollar store. And they're quite nice, actually. They're quite nice. Let me start moving some of this stuff out of the way. Hang on. Let me get my heat gun out of here because I don't think I need that anymore. Yeah, the YouTube channel name. Yeah, Panda. Yeah, to Chronicles of Jen instead of Living, Laughing, Crafting with Crohn's. One with Jen in it. Yeah, I kind of agree, Rainey. I kind of agree. I like that idea of adding my name in just because it's out there. Everybody knows it. I know most people know me by Living, but I mean, I'd be fine if people, you know, went by Jen as well. So, you like the new name Too Blue? Yeah, let me know what you guys think. Oh, let's keep out our test paper here so we can test what we're looking at. So let's look for, now some of these ones from the dollar store are bullet and some are brush. You know what? Let's use this box. Back there. Let's use these ones here because these are all brush nib. And probably make my life a little bit easier if I use these. I got them last Christmas. I think I've used them once. It's pretty sad. I don't even think I have them swatched. Oh dear. Okay, let's try and find like a silver. Those both look gray. Is one silver? Of course, they don't have the names on them. Is one of these silver or are they both gray? What do you guys think? I think they might both be gray. Do I have silver in my other set? Hang on. Let's see. Yeah, I do. This one is silver. Okay. Let's move this over here. Oh my god, my desk is such a flippin' disaster. It's not funny. I do believe that this one, yeah, and of course it's a bullet. It's not even a brush, you bugger. What's the gold? The gold is also, oh right, sorry, they're not bullet and brush. They're like a nib. One's a nib, like a round nib, and one's kind of a very, very small chisel. I forgot. But if I want silver, I want silver. So I'm going to have to go here, I think, with this set to add in just these silver loops here that I'm using kind of to hook the balls on, you know? Then I'm definitely going to use brush tip because they're much easier to control. I just didn't have the silver. There we go. Now, these can go back. And I'll be using the other set. Sorry guys, try and keep this in focus for you. Okay, let's move on to like let's move on to a light gray, and then I'm gonna outline these kind of supposedly silver balls. They're not silver anymore, are they? Oh, I'm on my fine end, but that might actually work better than my brush. Oh yeah, okay, there we go. Oh, this one is kind of silver. I was mistaken. Perfect. Perfection. See, I told you I could fix it with a paint pen. Fix anything with a paint pen. Especially a watercolor painting. Turn them back into round balls as opposed to... There's supposed to be a straight line down through them, but it's not quite straight, is it? That one is. And then for those bluish kind of gray ones, let's go with like... maybe... this kind of tealy color. It's a little bit bright, but it might work. Let's see. Oh yeah, it's very blue. And you know what? The brush end is like hard to control, or nothing's coming out or something. Oh yeah, my brush end is kind of dry. Was it like leaning down? Did I have the nib down instead of the brush? You should never store anything with a brush that way, like nib down. You should always store it brush down. Otherwise, you're liable to dry it out much, much sooner. If you guys hear that water dribbling in the background, it's like not like a sink or a toilet running or anything. It's the dog fountain. Just realizing you guys can probably hear it. There, that's a little better. Now let's see if we can straighten these guys up a little bit. There we go. Raining there, Blue? Oh, it's no fun. At least it's not snowing like here. Let's move on to something gold. Right here. Right here, let's find a gold. And we will go right along these edges here. Straighten these out. There we go. Probably gonna do a little line here too. One here. Perfect. And for the green and yellow, let's do a little bit of light green. Or sorry, green and red. I don't have any dark red. Oh, that's very light, isn't it? Might be a bit too light. Hang on. But we're at it now, so we might as well just line these lines here. Alright, let's go darker. Let's go darker. There we go, that's a little better. And let's check out red, and then we'll do the letters. And we're almost finished, guys. You guys have been great sticking with me through this. Since, you know, I was bored and I kind of had to do it anyway. You guys have been fantastic. Thank you for being here. Oh, let's take a little bit of green, dark green, to these leaves up here. Really helps even out the edges too in watercolor, which can be a bit rough sometimes. Just to kind of play around with some pens and such. All right, and letters. Give me an idea, guys. What are we gonna color? Happy holidays. What color? We need something maybe bright and bold. What do you think? I don't really want to do black. I don't know, red. We already have in the picture. Any ideas? Aw, thank you, Rainy. Classic red and green Haas. Sounds like a plan, my man. Sounds like a plan. The only other is some variation of orange. Hey, Kimberlina, good to see you. Yeah, like I'd like to switch it up so it's not exactly the same, but I don't want to add too much. So I think Haas is right. Red and green's probably our best bet. Red and green's probably our best bet. So let's go with our dark red and our dark green. That's not the dark green. I think that one's the dark green right there. So let's do one word one and one the other, or like alternate. I think I'll do one on one. And I'll do happy like this because it's above the red ornament and I don't want it to get lost. Is that brush working? Nope, of course not. I have to rearrange these so all the brushes are upside down because this is not cool. Okay. This end is working. This is not very dark. Not as dark as I thought. I almost kept going with the green one, but let's stop. And do holidays in red. Oh yeah, the red's much nicer. I wonder if I can find a darker green. Hang on. Let's see. Is this one any darker? So that one's almost like tealy, and that's not what I'm looking for. That's a little better. That's a little more Christmassy. There we go. There we go. That's a little better. I like that a little better, I think. Perfection. Well, it's certainly not perfection, but you know, it's as close as we're gonna get. It's as close as we're gonna get. And then, of course, you can stamp it or do whatever else you want with it to kind of decorate it up. Oh, where's my gel pens? Hang on. Let me find me gel pens. Because I think it could use a little bit of gel pen. Because some of these edges are still looking very dull to me. And they could use some straightening up. So let's go in with some gel pen. Let's go in with some blue gel pen. Amazing jelly rolls here, guys. Just trying to kind of straighten out some of these edges that are like blurred and kind of hard to see. I don't know how much this is going to help. I also want to add some white gel pen. bit of silver. I love these jelly rolls, guys. They're absolutely fabulous. Although this silver is looking like it's going to do the same as the acrylic pen or acrylic marker, so that's not much good there. Let's stick the blue back into these here. Is my blue pen working? Just barely. I hate that. I hate when gel pens clog up on me. It's so annoying. Especially good ones. I hate that. Here, what do you guys think? Think that about does it for this one? Just about it, I think. Just put a little golden tassel around these silver balls here. Just for shits and giggles. There, I think that's perfect, guys, for our first Christmas card of 2024. Now, if you guys have trouble lifting this, I've already unplugged my heat gun. Let me plug that back in. Because this can be trouble. Taking your tape off of your painting when you're done, okay? This can cause you problems. If you don't have a heat gun, use a hairdryer, alright? Same as you would to dry your paintings if you needed to. Warm it up. Warm that tape up. Oh, thank you guys. Thank you. I really appreciate that. It's certainly not perfect. When I look at it, it just looks childish, but you know, that's how it works. It's gonna burn my fingers. So let's just warm it up, turn it off, and then you want to pull away, okay? Away from the paper. That's how you want to avoid ripping. But you want to do that to every piece because I'm telling you, you don't want to spend all that time on a painting and then end up ripping your paper. You'll be very, very frustrated. Trust me. I've been there, done that. And you can see it almost starting to lift after a second. After you run your heat gun along your tape, you'll see it starting to lift. Because it loosens the adhesive. And don't forget to pull away. So once you get a grip, pull away from your paper, okay? And you'll hopefully not have any ripped paper, any ripped cards, any ripped anything. And I'm pulling down and away, as you can see, away from the paper. And these boards here, these foam boards you get from the dollar store, they're fabulous for just holding down your paintings. They're just foam core. They're like $1 a sheet, and you can cut one sheet into like 10 or 20 pieces to fit cards and paintings of different sizes. Okay, and that's going to do it for that Christmas card, you guys. I got a massive mess to clean up, but you know, what else is new? But that's going to do it for that Christmas card, you guys. We'll come back and we'll work on the, this one, maybe tomorrow or the next day. We'll see. But, for now, we're going to get this one done and out of the way. I'll put something inside, obviously. Yeah, and let's actually take a look at what it looks like. Fold it over. Let me push this down. And you can see the little leaf kind of peeks onto the back there. And that's what it looks like. I think that came out nicely, guys. I really do. I mean, it's a little amateurish. It definitely could have come out better, but I think it looks great. Oh, thank you, guys. I really appreciate that. I really, really appreciate that. You have no idea. Oh, boy. Oh, gosh. That took me 1 hour and 40 minutes to paint one Christmas card. That is so sad, you guys. It's not even funny. But I guess it's just because I was talking. But don't forget to hit that thumbs up button on your way out. Don't forget to hit the notification bell, the subscription button, the share button, and hit me up on all my other social medias. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.